to skim through this. The purpose of a preempt or a week 2 is what?
Block up the bidding.
That's right, to take up valuable bidding space from your opponents. So there are some factors required in the, I gotta put my glasses on because I can't always remember my own notes. The main factor here, and I can't walk over there, Jimmy won't let me,
Can't do it.
is that it must be good. Your suit must be good. Don't open trash. Don't do it. The only place you can open trash is in third seat. So what did it put in? Third seat is I can't keep it straight. This has to do with soundness. And this has to do with seat. So in third seat is the place where you gamble, where you can gamble if you're not vulnerable. Other than that, if you are vulnerable, it needs to be a sound suit. So your suit needs to be good. So don't open a 10-high suit. Don't open a 10-high suit. Just don't do that. You're going to get in trouble. Just sure as anything, you're going to have times you open something like that. And these are common game hands we play. And so they're pre-dealt to get you in trouble. They're pre-dealt to make it look like you can make something that you can't make. They're pre-dealt to make it look like you can make something that it doesn't look like you're going to make. So there's no logic. But anyway, and so sure enough, you're going to open up trash like that, and right here, they're going to have the ace, king, queen, 6th. You know, you've got 6 and they've got 6 right behind you, and every single one of them, they're going to eat it alive, and you're going to go down like the Hindenburg. So be sure that your suit is good as queen, jack, 10, and really nothing less than that. Better than that's good, but that's good enough. King, queen is good. 10s and 9s really build up the quality of your suit. You see that they're much more valuable. King, queen, 10, even 8 6 times is a lot better than king, queen, 8, 6 empty. I mean, those are just losers. So that 10 and the 9 will build up the quality and the strength of your suit. Okay, so you can only have one flaw when you open a week 2. There are 4 flaws that could happen. One is a bad suit. That's the worst one. Another one is that you have a strong, not a weak, strong outside 4-card major. Not a weak one. You can do that. That's not a flaw. Another flaw is to have a 2-suited hand that's 6, 5, or better. Don't open that as a week 2. You're going to want to open that the higher ranking suit and then the lower ranking suit. And to have an outside king or ace is a flaw. Not in your suit, but outside. You can have one flaw. That doesn't mean you never open a week 2. If you have an outside ace or a king, you can have one flaw. But you wouldn't want to open an outside suit with a 4-card major that has an ace or a king in it. You wouldn't want to open a bad suit with an outside ace or a king so that your hand has more points and looks better. That you're missing the point there of the whole thing. So, all right, so those 2. So the soundness. Your suit must be good. And the more vulnerable you are, the more danger you're in. So be very careful when you're vulnerable. And make your suit better than it would be when you're not vulnerable. The soundness we went over, and I've scribbled over it so much I can't see. But 4312 is the thing as far as soundness. The most sound your suit should be, the next most sound, the next most sound, and the least sound. 4312. Okay, I think that's opposite from what I said before, but that's correct. quality. And when your partner is an unpassed hand, I can't get down there right. If your partner's an unpassed hand, don't open trash, especially then. And preempt your partner. Put them in a position that you all might have for no trump, you might have a game in another suit, and so you put them in a position they don't know what to do. So, so don't open trash there, open a good suit there if your partner's not a pass hand. So these are the basic rules of opening, and I have handouts for both these things afterward. Okay, so now how to respond. So this was week before last, and this was last week. So now our partner has opened, and so now we're going to respond to it. So what do we do now? We've all been in that position where our partner's open and we're staring at our hand going, what am I going to do? I mean, it's just the most customary response, right, to our partner's preempt.
Sylvia, I think it's 4213.
Okay, thank you. I knew something was right.
I didn't think that looked right.
I knew something was right. I couldn't make it make sense. 4213.
Yes, I was thinking that was incorrect.
Yeah, it was. So sorry to mess y'all up. 4213. So it's in your notes and your stuff. Okay. So responding. So support responses. So your partner opened with, they opened 2, so they have 6. So you only need 2, right, to support them. Because you need 8 altogether. So we have support. So what we would do with support, we either up their suit 1, or we up their suit 2, or we consider slam, depending on the quality of our hand, if we have support. So the rule is 3.5 quick tricks. We go to game. And I know I'm going through this a little fast, so I'm sorry for that. Hello. 3.5 quick tricks go to game. A quick trick is an ace, it's a king queen. A king queen is like 1.5, an ace is 1. We might have ace, king, queen in a suit. There's 3 right there. And then we might have jack small in our partner's suit. So that's at least a half. So there we would have 3.5 quick tricks. It's going to average out to about 16 to 17 points. With support, you go to game. 2 hearts, there you are, holding that hand. 16 points, you've got support, you just bid 4. Now in a minor, you want to try to get to no trump. You don't want to go to 5 in the minor to get to game, even with support, unless both the hands dictate that. Unless that's where the game is, right? And so you know the difference in that game. And then if you have more than 3.5 quick tricks, you consider slam. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. We're going to go over here and talk about Poor Man's Blackwood, which is a great little bid to use over a week 2 as a response to figure out what your partner's got. It's a cheap way to do it. That's why it's called Poor Man's Blackwood. Okay, so now a third option here with support response, 2 hearts, double by the opponent. You've got support, but you also have a weak hand. So you can either pass and just let them have it. It's going to go 2 hearts, double, pass, 2 spades, 2 no trump, 3 clubs, 3 diamonds, whatever it is they have. But hey, Chuck, and you let them get it real cheap. Or you can go 2 hearts, double, 3 hearts. Now you put them in a very bad situation, especially if they're vulnerable. So this is something Bill and I always do, and some of you do the same thing, is you up the preempt. This one has double, they've got an opening hand. This one can't have more than 10 high card points. You've got 6, they've got game. You've got 16, they've got 24. They've got game. Make it hard for them to get there. Don't just lean back and go like, okay, well, here we go. Just go ahead and jump in there and make it hard. If you have support, it's customary good. Okay, so now you have no support. That's what you do if you have support. Everybody follow me so far? I'm talking very fast. I don't think this fast. So So y'all go with me on it. Okay, so now we're gonna do a new suit response. If you bid a new suit, we're just gonna use the same two-heart thing. Two-heart, whatever they do. My partner bids a new suit, bids 2 spades. He's gotta have 6 of them to do it. Gotta have 6 plus to bid a new suit. He needs to have at least an opening hand, because he's gonna force you to bid again. This bid is forcing 1 round. A new suit is forcing 1 round. I open 2 hearts, Bill bids 2 spades. I know he's got 6. He can't make that bid if he doesn't have 6. I can look at my hand, I've got 2. Okay, then we'll be in spades. Right? I know he's got a good hand because he's forcing me to make another bid. Sorry. Okay. So all bids are natural after that point. Oh, I got this in the wrong place. There, 3. Anyway, this information goes right here. Right? So this is the new suit. So we can bid a new suit, or we can ask for a feature. So we have no support. We have new suit as an option. We have asking for a feature as an option. And we have August as an option. These are our 3 options to over, if we don't bid game, or we don't bid 3 over our partner's bid, then these are our options to try to figure out what else is going on in our partner's hand.
Does new suit always have to be forcing?
It's forcing 1 round.
Okay, so we have to check that then on your convention card that it is forcing.
That's a partnership agreement, but,
That it is forced. You have to check it if it's not forced.
okay. So if you and your partner don't want to play this, of course you don't have to. But this is, I believe, the best way to play this. You know right off the bat what your partner's got, and you know whether or not you can get there. But now here's something, this is something a little different. So what we're going to do, you know, the 2 no trump, I need to know if you have a feature bid, right? 2 no trump can be, tell me a feature, or it can be August. We're going to briefly cover both of them. But the feature, now this is a great little bit. 2 hearts by me, 2 no trump by Bill. Do you have a feature? Here are my answers. It's not done by feature. It's done by high card points. I have 5 to 8 high card points. I bid my suit again. I don't bid a feature. Even if I have one, I don't bid it again. A bad 8. I just bid the suit again. That says I'm weak. That says I'm just weak. I've got this many high card points. Because Bill's going to have 16 points or so to ask me for a feature. There's a big key. 16 points or so to ask me for a feature. Otherwise, he needs to just leave it alone. If he's got an opening hand, he needs to just leave it alone. If he doesn't, if we can't get to 3 no trump, if we can't get to 4 in the major, or maybe 4 in his major, he needs to just leave it alone. So 5 to 8 high card points. Now, if I have a good 8 to 10 and an outside ace or king, then I bid the ace or king. I have one, let's say in clubs, 2 hearts, 2 no trump, 3 clubs. Yeah, he'll know I have the ace or the king of clubs. He'll also know I have 8 to 10 high card points. So he needs to have 16 or so. Now he's like, okay, I think we can play 3 no trump. I can get to your hand in the clubs because I've got other clubs that I can use that they can't just knock that off. I can come to my hand and take the tray. Does that make sense? Y'all with me on that? Good, okay. Now, I've got 8 to 10 high card points. I don't need to have over 10 and open a week too, right? So 8 to 10 high card points, but I don't have an outside ace or king. So I did 3 no trump myself because he's got to have that kind of hand, because he did his 6 card suit. He's asking me for a feature, he's trying to get to no trump. Or he's trying to get over here. But let's just go ahead and go over here. So the responder's second bid over that. 2 hearts, 2 no trump. So he's asking me for a feature. Let's say that I bid my suit again. So I bid 2 hearts again. I bid 3 hearts. Say my hand is weak. Now he bids 3 spades. He's still got that same 16, 17, 18 point hand. He's got 5 spades. He doesn't have 6. If he had 6, he bids them directly over my suit. That's the way. It's called choice of games. Partner, he's saying to me, partner, we're going to game. Should we play no trump or should we be back in your suit? Because we're going to be one or the other, because we've got the points to get there. So let's figure out where it is. So now he bids his 5 card suit. If I've got 2 or less, I put him in no trump. If I've got 3, I put him in game in his suit. Are you following that? The notes are going home with you, and it made me a lot more sense because I won't be in such a hurry. Okay, Auguste, I'm going to do quick. I'm sorry I'm going so fast, but I want to cover it and I wanted to review it so we know. Okay, so Auguste is named after some man named Auguste. And here's how we remember that. Remember the old S&H green stamps?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's S&H, suit in hand. Every one of them, suit in hand. It's S&H green stamps. So I have a suit, hand, hand, right? Suit in hand. So I have a bad suit and I have a bad hand. I bid 3 clubs over. 2 hearts, 2 no trump, faces in. 2 hearts, 2 no trump, asking Auguste if that's what we play. 3 clubs. Says I have a bad suit and a bad hand. 3 diamonds. Says I have a good suit and a bad hand. 3 hearts. Says I have a what says? Thank you. I have a bad suit, it's the opposite, bad suit and a good hand. And then 3 spades, says I'm good. That's Auguste. That's how that works, and it tells you it tells your partner what your hand is like. I really like this better with the high card points. That tells me a lot more than I've got a bad suit and a bad hand. Saying here's the amount of points I have. Or I have 8 to 10, here's an ace or a king. That gives me more information than Auguste does. So we have this choice of games, and then real quick, poor man's blackboard. So Bill has a big hand. I open weak, 2 hearts. He has a big hand in this one. And so he wants to know what my key cards are. Maybe it gravitates there slowly. 2 hearts, 2 no trump, 3 diamonds by me, saying I have depending on which system we're playing. So if we're playing feature, that I have have a key card in diamonds, 2 hearts, 2 no trump, 3 diamonds, 4 clubs. So if you play Poor Man's Blackwood, that is a trigger. It is like Gerber. It's not a suit if you play that in that situation. 4 clubs. It triggers a 1430 response. 1430, 1 or 4, 3 or 0. 1430. There are 5 key cards. There are 4 aces and the king of trumps. In this situation, we're talking hearts, where I opened in hearts. We have not deterred from that. He didn't do spades over it. So we're still in hearts. He wants to know if I have, how many aces I have, and if I have the king of hearts. And so I can only have 2 aces and the queen of hearts. If I've got 2 aces and the king of hearts, I've got 11 points, and I should have opened 1. Okay, so I can only have 2 with the queen, and so that bid of 4 clubs asks that. So 4 diamonds says I have none. 4 hearts says I have 1 with the queen. 4 spades, 1 without the queen. 4 spades says I have 1 with the queen. 4 no trump says I have 2 without, and 5 clubs says I have 2 with. So it's just a step up from there. But again, it's in your notes. And I'm sorry for the hurry, but we got to split. So, hey Sue. All right, so y'all come ask me any questions after we get the game set up, okay? Because I don't want to be late getting it set up.
Everybody could, tonight is a club championship, so
That's right.
if you could